Alright, here we are, back with more wrestling-related news and rumors from lordsofpain.net. Alright. Let's continue reading. It says, BG James was backstage at this past Monday's TNA Impact taping, filling in for Scott D'Amore as an agent for the Knockouts division. D'Amore was away due to shoulder surgery. Kip James was also backstage at this week's TV tapings. While James was released in 2009 as a TNA talent, he is still under contract to the company, and they are looking for a new role for him. Interesting. That's good news. Alright. Former WWE diva Ashley Massaro was telling people at the Survivor finale red carpet event a few weeks back that she has had a discussion with TNA president Dixie Carter about joining the company. Okay, so there you have it. Looks like Ashley Massaro could be coming to TNA. For those of you not familiar with Ashley, she was the winner of the Diva contest in the WWE. She became a wrestler for WWE and appeared on both Raw and SmackDown, and was one of the top contenders. Ashley would make a good fit for the TNA Knockouts, especially maybe to either feud with the Beautiful People or to be a part of them. So that's very interesting, and I'm glad to hear that. Next piece of news. It says, before the Nasty Boys made their TNA debut on Impact, this past week they defeated Eric Young and Kevin Nash. It had been over 13 years since they last teamed together. The Nasties last teamed on national television on a December 9th, 1996 episode of WCW Monday Nitro. TNA officials were planning on a feud between the Motor City Machine Guns and the Generation Me, but Alex Shelley's serious neck and back problems have put the plans on hold. Okay, so yeah, the Nasty Boys coming out of like Wrestling Oblivion, coming out of like the archives, and like all of a sudden they're full-time competitors in TNA, and we're to believe that they haven't lost a step. There's no ring rust there. Yeah, right. These guys are really old, and they were never really the best tag team in the world to begin with. But for what it's worth, I mean, they are the Nasty Boys. They have an interesting gimmick, I guess. They're hardcore wrestlers. The Nasty Boys, I don't think they have a lot of fans, though. Anyway, let's get back to talking here about the storyline where Jay Black Machismo Lethal was wrestling former WWE stars on Impact. Was supposed to end with Lethal dropping the Machismo gimmick. However, Lethal's TNA status is now up in the air with Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff in charge. Okay, so apparently Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan are not fans of the Black Machismo gimmick, and they were trying to end it. They were going to write it off, but it seems like that's not the case anymore because they're not sure what to do with Jay Lethal. I, for one, am a fan of that gimmick. I like the Black Machismo gimmick. I think it belongs in TNA. I think it works great for him, and they should continue it. I really don't see why they feel like they have to get rid of it or that they need to get rid of it. Jay Lethal does like the best Macho Man impersonation I've ever seen, and you know, I just hope they continue with it, but they probably won't, most likely. Next piece of information. Here we have a story that says, Abyss, Kevin Nash, Shane Douglas, Al Snow, and Tommy Dreamer are all filming roles for an independent movie titled Ultimate Deathmatch 3 this coming week in the Portland, Oregon area. Interesting, all those names are top guys except for Al Snow. Like, what's he doing in there? That's a joke. Anyway, should be a interesting movie. Probably an independent film. Who knows? I'll have to look into that. Alright. The next piece of information says, this past Thursday's episode of TNA Impact scored a 1.3 rating, rounded up from a 1.26. This show drew 1.9 million viewers. The opening quarter-hour segment with Hulk Hogan, Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, and Ric Flair tied with the final 2 quarter hours of the night for the highest-rated segment of the show, with a 1.32 rating. So there you have it. TNA did a 1.3 rating, which is pretty much the same as it did on January 4th, the live show. Which, you know, that doesn't say too much for the live show, when you can just do a Thursday night taping and come up with the same rating. So it's bad news. They need to break through or break past that rating. Hopefully, they'll be able to do it pretty soon with another live Monday. But it remains to be seen, and we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed. Alright, that'll wrap things up for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and please comment.